Paul, God, and Christ. It is important to know St. Paul's teaching on God and Jesus Christ. After all, Paul was the earliest apostle of non-Jews or Gentiles in the Christian church. After year 45 of the current era, when the Church of Jerusalem, led by James, gave emancipation from Jewish laws to non-Christian converts, Paul embarked on a journey to visit churches to share his ideas, first and foremost, about God and Jesus. But first, who was Paul? He was a Sadducite aristocrat who pursued the followers of Jesus after a failed temple siege in 33 current era. Struck by lightning, he became ill, healed, and had visions of Jesus to become an ardent follower, to share his newfound faith to the early churches he visited. And his concept of God was so profound. God for Paul was the Godhead, not a mere pagan divinity or deity. For him, God is a most subtle reality who cannot be seen by the human eye, but he is the Father above all, therefore transcendent, through all and in all, therefore an omnipresence everywhere. God raised Jesus from the dead, and therefore God is the head of Jesus. For Paul, as adopted children, Christians can lovingly relate to God as Abba or endearing Father. Hence, no height, depth, or any creature shall separate the faithful from the love of God. On the other hand, who was Jesus for Paul? For Paul, Jesus is the Lord, born of the seed of David and raised from the dead by God. He died as the sacrificial victim for sins, was buried, and will come again on an apocalyptic day to establish a new world order of peace, righteousness, and grace. Upon reflection, the God of Paul is not the Trinity God decreed 300 years later by 200 bishops in the Council of Constantinople. And the Jesus of Paul is not the God's Son decreed by 300 bishops in Isaiah in 325 current era. This is the challenge of modern Christianity today, to put on the mind of Paul on who God is and who Jesus is, to walk not as pagans walk, for true knowledge of the Godhead, as followers of God, in whom all fullness dwells.